Okay, in the previous session actually we discussed about some constructional features of diode and the operating principle of the diodes, how to turn on the diode and then how to turn off the diode. And we also discussed about what is the equivalent circuit, equivalent electrical circuit when the diode is in the on state and when the diode is in the off state. That is also we discussed. So in these sessions we'll be discussing about diode applications. So what are the applications of the diode? Once again, the equivalent circuit of a diode during forward biased and as well as during reverse bias. Okay, so let me take this as the first case. So I will be considering an ideal diode. Okay, and this is what your anode and this is the cathode. Let me consider the anode is more positive than the cathode. It means it is forward biased, and in this case the anode is negative and the cathode is positive. It means it is reverse biased, right? So since the diode is an ideal, whenever the voltage is positive, whenever the positive of the positive terminal of the battery is connected to anode, the diode gets turned on and the current starts flowing from anode to cathode, right? So this is represented by a closed switch. This is your anode and this is the cathode. This is the equivalent circuit representation of a diode during on condition. Okay, likewise in this case the anode is connected to negative, so it means it is reverse bias. The current doesn't flow from anode to cathode or else from cathode to anode. So this is represented by an open circuit condition. This is your anode part and this is a cathode. So there is no path for the flow of current from anode to cathode or else from cathode to anode. This is what your open switch. This is what we discussed in the previous class, and this is for the case 1. It is an ideal diode. Let me go for case 2. Let me consider these diodes are not ideal. These diodes are a practical diodes, a practical one. Let me consider it is made up of, if it is made up of silicon, then the cut-in voltage that is represented by V gamma is equals to 0.7 volts, and if it is made up of a germanium, the cut-in voltage is equals to what? 0.3 volts, right? The cut-in voltage, in the sense the voltage level should be more than this voltage in order to turn on the diode. If it is less than, the diode will remain in the same state. It means it is in the off state, right? So let me consider this is a practical diode. Again I will be writing this is the anode and cathode. Now anode is positive, cathode is negative, and remember it is a practical diode, therefore the cut-in voltage is equals to 0.7 volts if I consider it is made up of a silicon. So whereas in case of an ideal, the cut-in voltage for these is considered as a 0 volts because it is an ideal diode. But practically there is no ideal diodes, so that's why the cut-in voltage for this silicon diode is 0.7 volts. It means what? When the applied voltage is more than 0.7, then only the diode gets turned on. If it is less than 0.7, the diode remains in the off state, right? So this diode can be replaced by a closed switch in the on condition. In the on condition, this is the closed switch, and this is what V gamma cut-in voltage, that is nothing but 0.7 volts in this case. This is your anode and this is the cathode. Clear? So likewise, if the diode is in the reverse biased, when it gets reverse biased, when the anode is negative and the cathode is positive. So in this case the diode will be in the off condition. Off condition means that is represented by an open switch as we discussed in case 1. But here I have a cut-in voltage V gamma equals 0.7 volts. So this is what? So anode should always represented by a positive terminal and the cathode is always represented by a negative terminal, right? So this is what V gamma 0.7 volts, and this is what your open switch, and this is anode and this is cathode. See, if you are using a practical diode, this diode, when it is in the on condition, this diode should be replaced by this circuit, and this circuit when it is in the off condition, to analyze the circuit. Okay, this is for your practical diode, what we discussed in the previous class. So now let us go with a small application of a diode, a small applications of a diode. Okay, let us start with a clipper. Let us start with a clipper. So clipper in the sense a circuit which removes some unwanted portion of a given signal without disturbing the remaining portion of the signal. Then the circuit is called what? Clipper. Clear? Clipper means what? Removes unwanted portion of a given signal. Yes, of course it will remove, but without disturbing or without altering the remaining portion of a signal. This circuit is called what? A clipper. Actually, this circuit is called what? A clipper. So there are some classification. There are some classification of clipper based on what? How the diode is connected with source. Based on this, we have a classification. So in that, the first one is what? A series clipper, where the diode is connected in series, and the next is a parallel or shunt clipper, where the diode is connected in parallel with the source, and another one is a cascaded clipper, where the diodes are connected both in series and then parallel, and of course we will be having a double-ended clipper. This is the classification of the clipper circuits based on how the diode is in connection with the given source. Now coming to the series clipper. Again, the series clipper is classified into two. So which portion actually you are removing from the given signal? For example, let me consider this is the given waveform. If you are removing this portion, means it is a positive portion, right? It means you are using a circuit to remove the positive portion of a signal. So that's why it is called positive series clipper. No, I don't want to remove the positive one. So if I try to remove the negative portion of a given signal, then it is called negative series clipper. So based on what you are telling, it is positive and then negative. So for that, the reference is what? Your time signal. This is what? This x-axis will be the reference to decide which is positive and then which is negative. So above this zero axis is positive, right? So below this zero axis is what? Negative. So if you are trying to remove the positive waveform by designing a circuit, that is called positive series clipper. Or if you are trying to remove the negative portion, then it is called what? Negative series clipper. With this, let me go with a negative series clipper. Let me go with what? A negative. Okay, likewise we also have this classification we also have in shunt clippers. We have positive shunt clipper, negative shunt clipper. So that is what we are going to discuss in the upcoming classes. And again, in each clippers, for example, let me take a negative series clipper. In this negative series clipper, we'll be discussing about three cases. That is, case 1 is all about by considering an diode is an ideal. In case 2, by considering the diode is a practical one. And case 3, by having some reference voltage. So these are the three cases what we are going to discuss in each case. I mean in each type of clipper we'll be discussing.